Um, when I was very young, I wanted to be in theater, which was impossible. It's always impossible to get where you want to go, but you guys already got where to go. I was brought up in Portland, Oregon, and I wanted to study ballet, and when I was a kid in Portland, Oregon, none of the ballet teachers would allow boys in the classes. So we had to sort of find some place that somebody would take it and not tell about us.
That's right. There you go.
And then when I was 12 years old, Ballet Russe Monte Carlo came into town. They sort of started all the big companies in the world. And my teacher said, do you want a super? Do you want to be in the ballet tonight? So my first big show was, I was 12 and I was in Coppelia with Alexandra Danilova and the Ballet Russe Monte Carlo. That's my story. Now I want to tell you 2 more short stories and then ask a question and give some remarks about this wonderful production. When I started in musical theater, we were told that one of the big differences in musical theater and any other kind of theater is that the only reason you sing is because you get so ready to burst that the only way to express it anymore is to sing. You can't speak it anymore. You have to sing. And then I was in a ballet called The Last Flower, and my back was to the audience for quite a while. And the choreographer kept saying to me, your back is not interesting. Your back is not interesting. And I thought, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And then I thought, my back is not interesting. And she just kept saying that and saying it and saying it and saying it. And one day she said, yes, that's it. And that was when I learned more about theater than in anything I'd ever done. Because no matter where you are on stage and no matter what little part of you the audience is looking at, it has to be interesting. And it was tonight with all of you. So congratulations for that. And you all were bursting, not just when you were singing, you were bursting every single second. I've seen lots of productions of this in lots of high schools. And this is certainly one of the finest I've ever seen. Here's a question. I'm too old to lie to you anymore, so it must be the truth. Here's a question. I've been asking this question at high schools. Actually, it started in Riverside when John Raitt, who was the first big musical theater star, the father of Bonnie Raitt, he did the original Carousel, and Riverside High School was doing Carousel. And he grew up in Riverside. So we came down to the high school. And usually, you can tell from how I am now, when John and I gave lectures, I did all the talking, and at the end he would sing. And then I would say, now if you do everything I say, it'll sound like this. Well, so in this one, this was his high school. So he did all the talking, and at the end he said, oh, I'm sorry, Paul, do you have anything to say? And I said, yeah, I do. I just have a question. What's the difference between him and all of you in this high school? And he looked at me and he looked at me and I said, well, it's very simple. I mean, you can't go directly from Riverside High School to star on Broadway, but he did. Right from there, Broadway. So, what was the difference? I said, well, the difference is, now it's your turn. Well, I asked it at another high school a year ago. And I usually ask it and ask for people to give answers. What's the difference? And they all, and I say, smilingly, smart-assly, no. I've got a better answer. And somebody held his hand up right at the end before I gave my answer. And I said, oh my God, that is so much a better answer than mine. Does anybody here want to be in theater? Okay. Then what's the difference between you and the people your age on Broadway? Because a lot of people on Broadway your age. That's why we have the National Musical Theater Awards in New York. One girl won it when she was in it when she was a junior, and it was sad because she didn't get to go back and finish her senior year because we sent her to London to open the company of the Saigon. Southern California has had the winner 5 times out of 7 years. And you are a great example of it. It is not that Southern California has more talented people. It's that we give more opportunities to those people. And you have to know that your choreographers and your teachers and your musical directors have given you all the opportunity you need. So now, I'll give the boys an answer. The only difference between you and the people on Broadway, your age, is that they're on Broadway. That's the only difference. And so the only difference between me living in Portland, Oregon, and me speaking to you is that I'm here now. Because I wanted to be. And you are only an actor not by anybody's opinion. Because talent, it's really one man's opinion against the other. You are only who you are because you want to be. So if you want to be on Broadway, what about the guy that wrote this show? And then Hamilton. He lived in Brooklyn. My son lived in Brooklyn. He had to leave. Just couldn't do it there. He moved to Tarrytown. Now he's very happy. Congratulations. This is one of the most exciting shows I've ever seen. We use a word in theater, and it's another dumb word. It's called authentic. I don't know what that means. I just guess it means that when you burst so much that I burst. That's the only thing it can possibly mean. It can't mean your opinion against mine. It can't mean honest or dishonest. It can't mean anything. It just means that you get up there and I came here. Last night I came to the other high school. I didn't get there because traffic was so bad in there. I finally had to turn around and go home. Today, it was meant to be. I sit down and go, whoop, here I am. In this beautiful theater. I haven't seen this theater before. I love this little theater. I want this little theater. But I only wanted to follow you will perform and make me burst because the only reason the audience, do you know how much the tickets are got to be in Hamilton when they found out the lead who wrote it was going to England to open the company there. So the month before he left, who wants to guess how much the tickets were? $4,000. Who can go? And now we're going to have it, in a few months we're going to have it at the Pantages Theater. I told my son this the other day, he said, Dad, I don't believe you. I said, I work there. He said, I still don't believe you. The first 13 rows, right now, at the Pantages Theater in Hollywood, are $1,900 a ticket. And then the next 20 rows are cut rate. They're only $1,200. Who in the hell can go to theater? Who can go? Well, this is just as good. Because the only reason I go to theater is to burst. And sometimes I pay a lot of money on Broadway and I don't burst. I didn't expect to burst today because I didn't feel well. If I don't feel well, I can't burst. I can't. It's just impossible. Well, you're all my witness because I'm bursting right now. I tend to burst. If you just give me a little reason to burst, and you gave me all the reasons theater has ever given me, and I'm 80 years old and I'm still bursting. So keep it up. And anybody that wants to be on Broadway, what the hell is stopping you? Hollywood's not very far away. The only reason I came to Hollywood is because Portland, Oregon is closer to Hollywood. Portland, Maine is closer to New York, but I wasn't in Portland, Maine. So this is certainly one of the finest productions I've ever seen. And it really looked like, and this is the best compliment I can possibly give you, it really looked like you were writing the detail, the lyrics and the dialogue as you were speaking it. It looked like you were saying, this is what I want to say right now, and I just made it up. In fact, it just crossed my mind that this is what I want to say. And you said it to each other. So, you can't give me more than you guys gave me today. Thank you.